Day 2, still struggling, still hurts. Haven't cried today, so improvement. But I'm doing my best to not be sad that it's over, to be happy that it happened, because I am forever grateful. I figured I would make a video on my favorite Brady moments. So without further ado, I've said this in a different video, Super Bowl 51 will always be my personal favorite just because of how improbable it was. But I think most of you will agree with this, Super Bowl 49 is his best single game. That was an all-time defense, and he went in there and he absolutely shredded them. I think that's his Mona Lisa. When I have kids one day and they ask who Tom Brady is, that's the first thing I'm probably going to show them. Not only that, but what that Super Bowl meant for the dynasty was massive. That was the first one in over 10 years. Back then, the narrative at the time was Brady's overrated. He only won Super Bowls at the beginning of his career, and that was his first one in a decade. So I think the impact it had on the dynasty, and also along with the fact that it was an all-time team against a juggernaut Seahawk defense, I think that makes me say that that's his single best game.
The fake the hit. Brady dances, throws, and it will be caught. Amendola for the touchdown. Comes, looks left, throws for Edelman. Touchdown, Patriots! They're back in the lead in Super Bowl 49.
That was a big time play, Bill. Championship play.
Clock still moving, down to 36. Russell Wilson tests the hands he has. Wilson, quick throw. And it's intercepted. Intercepted to Malcolm Butler. Butler has it in the one. Oh my God!
We did it, Josh! Everybody, we did it! You're the greatest quarterback in the world, man. Hey, I love you. Best ever. I don't know about that. I love you. I don't know about that.
Again, I already have a different video on Super Bowl 51, so I'm not gonna get too much into that, but this pretty much speaks for itself.
To NRG Stadium in Houston, Texas, and a Super Bowl 51 between the New England Patriots and the Atlanta Falcons.
Dives and falls into the end zone.
He caught it! Touchdown Atlanta! 82-yard pick six to the end zone. Touchdown Atlanta!
Planning works right now.
Got locked in now, laser focused. They've done a good job not giving up a big play. Now they'll throw. Pass is caught. That's White. Touchdown. Brady. End zone touchdown. A direct snap. And it's good. Shotgun snap to Brady. Stands in. Throws down the over for Edelman. Ball checked. And Julian diving for it. Did he make the catch? He did. And off. Touchdown. James White. Top hits the snap. Quick throw to Amendola. Screen left. Reaches across the goal line for a score. Toss sweep right for James White. Tucks it under the right arm. Cuts it upfield. Driving forward. Diving to the goal line. A touchdown. And a title for the Patriots.
I can't believe it.
They have completed the greatest comeback in Super Bowl history.
The two throws to Gronk in the AFC Championship game, Brady got the snot kicked out of him the entire game. I think it was like 8 sacks or something like that. He was just getting beat up all game. And for him to come out after all that punishment he took, drive his team down the field like he did on 4th and 10 with the long bomb to Gronk.
This one could close it out. Brady, though, goes down the field to Gronkowski, and he has the football at the 10-yard line. He was double.
And then 4th and goal to Gronk in the end zone. It was just crazy.
With the game on the line, Brady in the pocket, end zone bound, and it is caught by Gronkowski to make it 20-18. He got away from the Denver defenders.
It was unfortunate that the missed extra point earlier in the game came to bite them in the ass and they lost, but it was a badass moment. I'll never forget when Brady went toe-to-toe with the new alpha of the league, Pat Mahomes. He went into his arena on the biggest stage they could meet at the AFC Championship game, and he won in overtime. The 3 third longs in overtime, they speak for themselves. And I also love how Tony Romo calls it out before each play.
Cross that outside. You got to chip with him, and throw the Edelman over the middle of the field. Pass down the middle. Edelman holds on. Max got to help, so he has time to throw. Once again, Edelman in the middle of the field. Pocket sealed. Down the middle. Edelman again with a 3rd down catch. Top of your screen. Watch this safety. If he comes down, there's a good chance he's throwing out there. It's gone. 2nd and goal. To Burkhead. Burkhead to the end zone. Hello, Super Bowl. New England is heading back again for the 3rd straight year.
With a win over the Rams, Tom Brady will become the winningest quarterback in NFL history.
Made the catch inside the pylon.
Brady gets some pressure, steps away. Gonna throw it deep near side for Edelman. What an adjustment. Edelman makes the catch. The most wins ever for an NFL quarterback. 201 for 12.
The Pats-Ravens game in the divisional round with the Edelman pass is probably my favorite non-Super Bowl playoff game. That game had it all. The Pats were down by 14 twice, and they were able to find a way. It was just back and forth the whole game, and it was awesome to watch.
More skills, and then Brady ran it in.
Ooh, Tom with the legs. Nimble Tom Brady. Looks a whole lot better than he looked when he ran. Big feisty guy.
Patriots ended up punting on that drive. They get it back again, and here Brady again to Gronk, 23 yards. But Brady is taking hits.
Day long, but Tom stood in there, made the throws, led the team.
Low throw here, but Danny Amendola dug it out. Now look at this move.
Yeah, nice. And again, it's about breaking
A
tackle.
check down to make it 28-14. So once again, it's a 14-point lead. Brady brings it back. Gronkowski to 28-21.
Great job by Tom Brady recognizing there was a blitz on right there. He held Ron Gronkowski outside, and they threw it for the touchdown.
And then this, the play of the game. Julian Edelman, the former Kent State quarterback, to Danny Amendola. 51-yard touchdown. Josh McDaniels dialed up the trickery, and it worked.
And to cap that game off, it ended with one of the best throws of Brady's career, I think. He put it in a really tiny window to Brendan LaFell on the left sideline. I think it's one of the most underrated throws of his career. We can't forget when he threw 5 touchdowns in one quarter, right? I mean, that was a record at the time. In the snow, too.
Moss for the first pass of over 40 yards of the season, and Brady and Moss were just getting started. And in this quarter alone, a minute later, they got the ball back. Brady airing it out to Moss again, 28 yards.
That's 2.
Why not?
Nobody
With 9 minutes to go in the quarter.
One-on-one, he wins every time.
Patriots have the ball back with 6.5 minutes to go in the quarter. Brady dumps it to Kevin Falk, and
Nice blocking now.
it's like
Come
a
on,
flag
big fella.
football touchdown.
Offense has the advantage in snow.
31-0. 2 minutes to go in the half. More than enough time for Brady to find Wes Welker for a second time of the game. Wide open. 38-0. 17 seconds left till halftime. More than enough time for Brady to shoehorn in his 5th touchdown pass of the quarter.
I love Wes.
That's a record for any quarter ever.
From the Louisiana Superdome, it is Super Bowl 36. Brady first and goal, St. Louis 8-yard line. Brady drops back to throw, looks, fires right. Touchdown, David Pep! And now the Patriots have no timeouts left to try to get down the field to see if they can win it on a field goal. Well.
Now, just a minute. They have no timeouts left. Brady again throws. Not much pressure. Throws out to Redmond again. Redmond. There's Brady again. And it's Troy Brown. Here comes the blitz. And here's Brady. He dumps it to Wiggins down to the 30. And now no question about it. They are in range. But I'll tell you what Tom Brady just gives me goosebumps.
Set to go, snap ball down, kick up, kick is on the way, and it is good! It's good! It's good! And the Patriots are Super Bowl champions!
Backfield on 3rd and 9. Direct snap to Tom, back to throw. The rush, he steps up into the pocket, starts to run with it. Avoids one man, dives for a first down. Guess who he avoided? Well, what the... Urlacher. What a move by them for the first down to the Chicago 13-yard line. I'll bet you Urlacher thought he was going to do the hook slide and go down and wasn't ready for that little wiggle move.
This is a really small one. When Brady threw a block in the Bills game this past year, that was just really badass. And to see that tenacity at 42 years of age is really cool.
Think that guy still doesn't want to win and compete every time out?
Favorite commercial Brady's ever done is the Shields one right after Super Bowl 51. The only part I didn't like was that it means he had recorded it beforehand, which is pretty cocky. And, he could have jinxed it, but that's not what ended up happening. And to see that pop up on the TV after the greatest comeback ever was just absolutely hysterical. I'll never forget seeing that for the first time.
Tom,
Hi.
welcome to Shields MRI. Would you please remove all jewelry and place it in the locker?
Oh, yeah. Sure, no problem.
Tom Brady trusts Shields MRI. You can too.
Is that all?
Actually, no. I forgot this one. It's kind of new.
We're going to need to get you a bigger locker.
Roger that.
And then on to Cincinnati. This is more a Patriots dynasty moment than a Brady moment in particular, but people were calling for Brady's job at this time. They had a couple of ugly losses, and there were a lot of doubters. And people were saying it was over back then, and this was 2014. And they came out, Cincinnati was undefeated at the time, and they came out and absolutely demolished them. And it was glorious.
Mr. Wright, he gets into the end zone, and then look at this. Most importantly, the Patriots were having fun. Look at him and Edelman. You take it. No, you take it. No, you take it. And listen to the crowd. They love him. Brady dropping back. Lobs a throw for Gronkowski. Left side. Makes the catch. Over two defenders.
It's fourth quarter and it's money time for the greatest guy to ever suit it up.
And the Patriots have won their 6th Super Bowl titles.
You guys look awesome.
Let me be empty in the arms of the angel.
Brady on the left wing comes in motion to the right. Brady with one long setback. Spins, pump fakes, looking over the middle. Now nobody there. Now he shoots it long and deep for Troy Brown. He's got it. He's got to the 15, to the 10, to the 5. Touchdown! 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 Tom Brady, a 92-yard touchdown pass to Troy Brown, and the Patriots win it overtime.
Taking Manning, 24-point halftime deficit, largest in his career. First down and goal from the 5-yard line. And Brady will throw it, and Edelman is there and pulls it in for the touchdown. Good protection, deep downfield, getting open to the 15 is Edelman. It's going to be first and goal. Over the middle, caught, touchdown, Gronkowski. And so after one of the worst first halves, New England is right back in the game. And that's caught at the 10. Edelman spinning away. New England takes the lead.
Oh my goodness, what a turnaround. You can have your Manning. I'll take my Brady.
The Patriots come back and beat the Broncos.
Brady out of the gun. All the way back to the 5. He drops. He throws it, and it is pulled down. Stay loose as it's a 3rd and 18. Pocket sealed for a moment. Brady's able to throw it. And they convert on 3rd and 18. That's a huge play for the Patriots.
Rightness in the pocket, you're going to see right up top here the in cut. See how he looks off the linebacker's left?
Back to Brady it comes. Just standing there like a statue as he unloads it. And it is caught by Dorsett. Finds the time. Pulled down. Good protection. Amendola for the touchdown. Brady looking around. Caught. Fake it to White. Looking around. Has time. Throws it. Did he get the feet down? What an effort. Touchdown, Amendola.
Get this one. I promise that.
Brady. Pull it up in the middle, and he's got Troy Brown. Brady with all kinds of time. Throws to a wide open David Patton. Brady with time. Steps up, throws over the middle, and has his man. Play fake. Brady over the middle. Has his man. Breaking free. Brady 9 out of 9 for 60 yards on this drive. Steps up. Gonna run it. Inside the 5. Touchdown. Pass to this side. That's complete to Patton. This is the Patriots season on the line. The kick is away. It is good.
Good evening, everyone. From Reliance Stadium in Houston, Texas, it's Super Bowl 38.
Brady has it throwing. Touchdown. looking to throw it. Touchdown. Mike Vrabel.
Patriots with all 3 timeouts remaining, tie game at 29 all.
First and 20 now. Brady rolling to his left, looking, throws over the middle. What a catch at the 45-yard line. Time, throw, has his man inside the 25-yard line with 8 seconds on the clock.
It'll be about a 41-yard field goal attempt for Adam Vinatieri. Snap, ball down, kick up, kick is on the way.
Kick is good.
Tom Brady and Randy Moss have a good opportunity to set new single-season records for touchdowns and receptions. Brady with time, going back again to Moss. Touchdown, Patriots. Well, there's 2 great football players showing why they're great. And Brady and Moss hook up on a record kick.
For a football team to go 16-0 is just remarkable.
In this last one, again, this is another small one, but Psycho Tom is my favorite Tom. And the last moment, I think, or at least that I recall seeing that, was in the Chiefs game this past year after that 4th down run. He got up and he was all fired up. And then Bill showed that same energy, and that got me fired up. I loved, it had been a while since I had seen that fire lit under Brady's ass that we're used to seeing. We hadn't seen Psycho Tom in a while, and that's the last time I can remember seeing it. So I'll always hold that smaller moment close to heart.
3:26 remaining.
Will Brady run for it? They give him the whole field. Brady slides to the 12.
Of all the ways usually here by now. Look at this. Watch this reaction. Hey, all the hot takes all week long.
But yeah, those are my personal favorite. I'm sure there's plenty more I missed. Comment below, let me know what your favorite Brady moments are, or any of the ones that you have that I missed. As always, like and subscribe, and thank you, Brady.